Hyperparameter tuning, finding the best model configuration for the pipeline, and on top of it, configuring the components like scalars, samplers, estimators the best way is one major compute extensive activity. This can be best achieved using techniques or libraries like grid search. We'll see that. As of now, we have in the till the previous video, we have created pipeline. Now we want to provide all the various configuration for anything that is participating there. We have smooth ENN, right? So we have one configuration like this. So you can see this is the dictionary that I'm creating, and the dictionary, this is one of the sampler or scalar, right? And this is the possible configuration. So this is one of the hyperparameter, like, and smooth underscore underscore you have to pass. Okay, this is the identification that you're passing this hyperparameter corresponding to this, because in a pipeline there will be multiple components. You need to tell this particular hyperparameter for is for which component. Smooth ENN, so that's why smooth ENN double underscore. Make sure you don't miss that. These are different strategies. I'm leaving that out of scope of this video to understand why these parameters. You can take this. I know you're doing some initial brute force, right? Okay, and say you realize this is the best algorithms and these are the sampling technique, and you want to really see how does that work. Based on that, you will build some intuition, and doing this, you will get the expertise how to figure that out. Okay, then we want to use random forest classifier. So this is the hyperparameters for that. N estimator. So we want to try with 8 trees. We want to try with 12 trees. Then you have SVC, as there are multiple SVC kernels that is possible, linear, RPF, poly, and this is the regularization factor, like C parameter of SVC, which tells you how much misclassification it allows. So this is a dictionary, as you can see here. This is dictionary of dictionaries, and we are conferring that in our set hyperparameter function. Once you are done with this, okay, we are loading a sample file, may not be entire file. We are selecting feature data in X, target data in Y, splitting the data in train and test. Right, this is the library that is available in scikit-learn, and we want to fit it. Right, fit comes here. Okay, now for the fit part, okay, we have all the pipelines, all the model pipelines already existing. We need to wrap around that with the best hyperparameters. So here we're extracting the first parameter of each pipeline. Okay, so how to understand that? First, we need to see how to realize that fact. Print ml underscore pipeline dot model underscore pipeline. Wait. Model underscore pipeline. Okay, I've commented the rest of the stuff. This should just show me this. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's see. I think it's model pipelines. Yeah. And we can see here, like this is the first element, right? Standard scalar. Okay, so if you want to do any configuration in that, standard scalar underscore underscore. Similarly, smooth en underscore. These are the components. What you are trying to get here is from, this is the steps from which you are trying to extract these values. Like what are the components inside it, to make the code more generic. That's what we are trying to do here. We are finding those elements that is present in LMs. For each element, I'm trying to find whether that is present in my parameter dictionary or not. If it is present, I take the corresponding values from it. And this is the parameter grid, right? So this is the grid search dictionary. This will all the configuration that is available, that is required for the pipeline, I'm updating in this dictionary. This is the dictionary I'm updating in this. So if you want to combine dictionaries together, this is what you do, updating dictionary. Once this is done, your parameter grid is ready for that pipeline. So we are creating a grid search. This is the pipeline parameter grid and jobs -1, so that it makes use of all the cores, all the CPUs. CV is equal to 5, so that it divides the data into 5 parts. 4 part it used for training, 1 part it used for validation. Okay. And during the fit part, I'm passing it with all the data, train X, train Y. Okay. And once if the model training is done, each grid search will return you the best configuration for the pipeline. So what we are trying to do here is we are saving all those trained pipeline here in self .gs pipelines. Right? We are appending all these things. GS pipeline, as you can see, it's everything. Later on, we'll try to persist and all. And once we are done with this, right, we have all this configuration. Once we are done with this, we will do fit and then score. Okay, so all good so far. Okay, to validate this piece of code, ML modular. Okay, and it will take some time. Okay, and it will execute the entire hyperparameter tuning. It will show the score. Okay, that's the next thing, score. In score, what will do, it will see for all the trained and the best model for each pipeline, and it will do prediction corresponding to that. And we are using confusion matrix. Confusion matrix will show what is the degree of misclassification for both the entities. Okay, so maybe I can take a subset of the data. We have 10,000, so let's train it now. May take some time. Okay, this is just 10,000. Actual data is more than 2 lakhs. And so if you're training that, you better test it with all smaller piece of code, unit test all these things. So when you finally do a training part of it, it might take whole night. So rather than waiting for it, this is how, you should break down the bigger problem into smaller chunks and do it. Now we see the results. This was with the first pipeline. This is with the second pipeline. The 0 is the pipeline number. So in this case, we're not, persisting that. But once we persist, we can get further details. We'll see that later. Okay, so with this experiment, I'll just revisit the code. All we have is, we configured all these hyperparameters. We had few of the estimators, scalars, samplers, created the pipeline, configured all the hyperparameters, right? Then trained the model and used the score function. And we printed confusion matrix here. Confusion matrix, this diagonal things tells you, what is correct classification. This, apart from the diagonal, these 0 and 1 tells you what is the misclassification. Okay, so in this case, as you can see, both the class lesser representative, that means the anomaly or the fraud data, it is correctly identifying since this is 0. In this case, okay, it is misclassifying non-anomaly data or non-fraud transaction into fraud transaction. That's the information you get. You want to get this 0, or you're fine if to a certain degree you can classify a transaction to a fraud. But if it is not, if okay, and it's not, okay, you're fine with this classification.